Welcome to life in chapter dot dot, where every story opens a new door. And tonight, that door leads straight into one of America's most chilling true horror stories. Imagine finding your perfect home, a place where you can build your dreams and raise your family, but as night falls, something sinister awakens. Unexplained noises echo through the halls. Shadows move in the corners of your eyes. And every single night, at precisely 3:15 m, you're jolted awake by an unseen force. This is not fiction. This is not a Hollywood creation. This is the terrifying true story of the Amityville Horror. In 1974, in the peaceful suburban town of Amityville, New York, a shocking tragedy unfolded. Ronald DeFeo Jr., a troubled young man, committed an unthinkable act. In the dead of night, he systematically murdered his entire family, his parents and four siblings, as they slept peacefully in their beds. The brutal crime sent shockwaves through the community and left an indelible mark on the house at 112 Ocean Avenue. 1 year later, hope seemed to return to the infamous property. The Lutz family, looking for a fresh start, purchased the house at a bargain price. George and Kathy Lutz, along with their 3 young children, were thrilled to begin their new life in what they believed would be their dream home. They were aware of the property's dark history but chose to look past it, focusing instead on the spacious rooms, the boathouse, and the promise of a bright future. But from the moment they crossed the threshold, something felt off. An oppressive atmosphere seemed to hang in the air, as if the very walls were whispering dark secrets. The Lutzes tried to shake off their unease, chalking it up to nerves and the power of suggestion. Yet, as the days passed, it became increasingly clear that they were not alone in their new home. The first signs were subtle, a pervasive chill that no amount of heating could dispel, the faint sound of footsteps when no one was moving, objects that seemed to relocate on their own. The family tried to rationalize these occurrences, but the incidents soon escalated beyond explanation. Rotten odors would suddenly permeate rooms, only to vanish as quickly as they appeared. The stench was so overpowering that it would make the Lutzes gag, yet no source could ever be found. It was as if the very essence of decay had seeped into the walls, a constant reminder of the tragedy that had occurred there. Doors throughout the house developed a will of their own. They would slam shut with tremendous force, even on calm days when no drafts could be blamed. The thunderous bangs would echo through the house, startling the family and leaving them with a growing sense of dread. What unseen hands were manipulating their home? Perhaps most unsettling were the cold spots that appeared randomly throughout the house. In the middle of warm rooms, patches of air would suddenly turn frigid. It was as if pockets of winter had manifested inside their home, defying all laws of physics and common sense. The Lutzes would find themselves avoiding certain areas of the house, instinctively steering clear of these icy reminders that something was terribly wrong. But it was their young daughter's experience that truly chilled the family to their core. One night, the little girl came running to her parents, trembling with fear. She claimed to have seen a creature outside her bedroom window, a monstrous, pig-like figure with glowing red eyes that seemed to bore into her very soul. The parents tried to comfort her, assuring her it was just a nightmare. But deep down, they couldn't shake the feeling that there might be more to her story than childish imagination. As the days turned into weeks, a horrifying pattern emerged. Every single night without fail, the entire family would wake up suddenly at exactly 3:15 and they would find themselves jolted from sleep, hearts racing, a sense of inexplicable terror gripping them. It wasn't until later that they learned the chilling significance of that time. It was believed to be the exact moment when the DeFeo murders had taken place 1 year earlier. The Lutz family endured 28 days of escalating terror. Each passing night brought new horrors, new manifestations of the unexplainable. They tried to rationalize, to find logical explanations for the events plaguing them. But as the paranormal activity intensified, their ability to deny the reality of their situation crumbled. George Lutz, once a skeptic, found himself increasingly affected by the house's malevolent energy. He would wake up in the middle of the night, compelled to check the boathouse, the same location where Ronald DeFeo Jr. had stored the murder weapon. Kathy Lutz experienced vivid, terrifying nightmares of the murders, seeing details she couldn't possibly have known. The children were not spared from the horror. They spoke of seeing glowing eyes in the darkness and hearing disembodied voices whispering in the night. The family's behavior began to change with outbursts of anger and personality shifts that seemed beyond their control. It was as if the very essence of the house was seeping into their psyches, corrupting them from within. For 28 long days, they endured this living nightmare. They sought help from priests who attempted to bless the house, only to be driven away by unseen forces. They reached out to paranormal investigators, desperate for answers and validation of their experiences. But in the end, the terror became too much to bear. On that final night, something inside the Lutz family snapped. The cumulative weight of their ordeal came crashing down, and they knew they couldn't spend another moment in that house. In a panic, they fled into the night, leaving behind all their possessions, their hopes, and their dreams. They escaped with only the clothes on their backs and the haunting memories that would follow them for the rest of their lives. The Amityville horror case quickly captured the world's attention. The Lutz's harrowing tale spread like wildfire, captivating the public's imagination and sparking intense debate. Books were written, detailing the family's terrifying experiences and attempting to unravel the mystery of 112 Ocean Avenue. Hollywood soon followed, turning the story into a blockbuster horror franchise that would span decades. But as the legend grew, so did the questions. Skeptics emerged, challenging the Lutz's account and searching for rational explanations for the seemingly supernatural events. Debates raged in the media and among paranormal researchers. Was the Amityville house truly haunted by the spirits of the murdered DeFeo family? Or was there a more mundane explanation for the Lutz's experiences? Some pointed to the power of suggestion, arguing that the family's knowledge of the house history had primed them to interpret ordinary occurrences as paranormal. Others suggested that the story was an elaborate hoax, concocted for financial gain or attention. Yet the Lutzes maintained the truth of their story until their dying days, never wavering in their account of those terrifying 28 days. As the years passed, the Amityville house became a lightning rod for controversy and curiosity. Subsequent owners reported no paranormal activity, leading some to conclude that whatever had haunted the Lutzes had moved on. Yet others continued to be drawn to the property, hoping to catch a glimpse of the infamous haunting or to solve the mystery once and for all. Today, the Amityville horror remains one of America's most enduring paranormal legends. It has inspired countless books, movies, documentaries, and paranormal investigations. The house itself has been remodeled, its address changed in an attempt to deter curiosity seekers. Yet the question still lingers in the air, as persistent as the rotten odors that once plagued the Lutz family. Was the Amityville house truly haunted by supernatural forces? Or was something even darker at play? Perhaps the lingering evil of a human tragedy, or the depths of psychological trauma. The truth may never be known with certainty. But one thing remains clear. The story of the Amityville horror continues to captivate and terrify audiences, serving as a chilling reminder that sometimes the most frightening stories are the ones rooted in reality. It stands as a testament to the power of the unknown and the human fascination with the thin line between the world. We can see in the shadows that may lurk just beyond our understanding,